somebody who can't see. When I swing my legs out of bed and I'm able to stand up under my own power, I am blessed. When I open my mouth and I'm able to speak as somebody who has to use sign language, I am blessed. You do this. I am blessed. The breath you have in your body is a blessing. These 3 words will take your focus off what you don't have and help you to be grateful for what you do have. Judas needed some money. Judas needed a job. What he was doing wasn't paying him anything. Not even that money he was stealing, John said. Judas, you gotta understand, Judas had a family. And Judas needed to support his family. This Jesus thing wasn't getting it. First of all, Jesus had this strange theology that talked about denying yourself. Taking up the cross. Judas won't take up the cash. See, Judas had evolved past that denying yourself. Then in the same passage, we just read it about the woman in the nard, the alabaster box. See, there was proof that Jesus was out of touch with the economic development program that Judas had in his mind. This woman was wasting money trying to do something for the Lord to demonstrate her love for him. Judas, as the executive director of the Commission on Finance, and Judas, as the former director of the NAACP. Y'all missing it, you're missing it. That's Nazarenes against all of Caesar's politics.
Have you ever been in church and seen somebody in your church, somebody you know who's catching hell? And they praising God like they lost their mind. They're making a joyful noise and giving a glorious shout out because they're glorifying God. They're saying, I'm still here because he's kept me. Give God the glory. I made it through another week because he taught me through that week. Give God the glory. Somebody looking at me right now, you catching hell on your job? It made you so mad you wanted to quit. But guess what? You still got a job. Hey, give God the glory. Everybody ain't working.
Listen to the songs of a people, and you will feel their story, their collective stories and their personal stories at a much deeper level. The facts tell you one thing, but the feelings say a whole lot more. In all 4 of my worlds, the worlds I lived in, the stories told the facts, but the songs talked about the feelings. The songs allowed you to feel the story. That's why the blues are such an important genre in our music tradition. The blues capture the depth of our feelings in the black experience in ways that other songs just cannot capture them. See, and a lot of us used to have to slip and listen to the blues because back in my day they were teaching that don't listen to the blues. That's the devil's song. So we had to slip and listen to the blues, quietly on the QT, on the DL. But I heard one night, man, in my car, a man singing about losing the love of his life. Come on, help me. If good looks was money, baby, Lord, 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 I swear. If good looks was money, baby, Lord, 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 I swear. If good looks was money, baby, you'd be a millionaire. Listen to the songs of a people. Paul says it is by God's mercy that you are engaged in ministry. God could have chosen a rock to praise God, but instead God chose you. Be grateful. When God looked at the resume of your life, I know that many of you, particularly those who come out of the UTI, have perfected the public persona of a preacher and pastor. You have excelled at wearing the mask of a minister. You know how to talk like a preacher. You know how to dress like a preacher. You know how to carry yourself like a minister. Some of you have mastered the cadences, oh Lord, of the clergy. You have picked up certain pronunciations that set you apart as a proclaimer of the word. Some of you have even learned how to put a D in the man of God. Tonight's sermon is specifically for whom? Believers. Now say believers again. Because what I want you to notice is this. The curious and the critical will not open their mouths in worship to participate in worship. They're too busy watching to worship. I just said 3 times, say believers, and they won't open their mouth. Crowd up here, praise, I got a new home. They just watching. The people of God giving God the praise, and they just watching. Sometimes it's because they think they're too cute to praise God. So in the crowd around the Christ, in the crowd who gathers to worship, you got the cute and the curious, the critics and the cranky ones. They're not believers, they are beholders. They came to see, they came to observe, they came to watch, they came to worship. No, they didn't come to worship. They didn't come to give God the praise. They came to critique anything and everything and everybody. They come here skeptical and they go home skeptical. Let me ask you a question. How can you be around Christ and still be critical, be skeptical, be negative, be mean, and not worship? Now don't ask me, ask the folk in John 12, verse 19, because that's where you find them hanging out over in the critics' corner.